Hello, my name is Ken Murphy. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees at Great Camp Sagamore. Thank you for tuning in to the Great Camp Sagamore Gala and Silent Auction this year. We appreciate your time. This is a very important event. Camp this year will reopen and we need your help and support. All the pieces are in play. We've got a great, dedicated staff on board, ready to go, and we've got a committed board as well. Thank you and enjoy the program.
Welcome to Great Camp Sagamore. Thank you for participating in this evening's event. And thank you for all of your contributions thus far. The sponsorships, the financial donations, the auction items that you've donated, and the many, many hours that the Gala Committee has put into planning this event. And that includes trustees as well as staff. When you support Great Camp Sagamore, you're supporting a mission that is more important today than ever. The mission to foster understanding, care, and respect for nature, people, and their critical interdependence. A mission to inspire everyone who visits a sense of responsibility to nature and to community. When you support Great Camp Sagamore, you're helping to preserve the historic buildings of this national landmark. It's the National Historic Landmark that has the most architecturally significant pieces of the Great Camp that is at the center of the Adirondacks' Great Camp history. And when you support Great Camp Sagamore, you support our ability to use the power of these buildings, its location, to enable us to create unique programming that inspires people, that helps them reconnect to what really matters. And for many people, that's transformative. To continue this mission, to open safely, to operate safely this season, we need your help. So please, continue to contribute as you can. Contribute throughout the evening, bid early, bid often. Thank you. So let the games begin. And to do that, I'd like to introduce to you your host for the evening. Trustee, friend of Great Camp Sagamore, sponsor of the event, and professional auctioneer, Doug Stinson.
Thank you, Emily. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us this evening once again. This is a great opportunity for Great Camp Sagamore to move forward towards another year, a year that we will be open to welcome you all back. We have a new logo, as you know. There have been many exciting developments that have occurred over this past year, and we are looking forward to your attendance at events and certainly many programs that we will have. A few housekeeping considerations before we begin. If you have attended in the past number of years, the past 10 years I think it is now, the live gala under the tent, we won't be having it this August. This is your opportunity to raise your paddles virtually by clicking on the buttons that are on your platform page that you are viewing this event from right now. You have the opportunity to donate to win potentially a basket of wine that is behind me. You have an opportunity to bid on all of the opportunities and experiences and wine tasting opportunities and hikes and other opportunities that don't come up every day that you can bid on. And if you pay attention to your screen, you'll see the live stream at the top. And then to the left of it, you can type in if you've been bidding on certain items. You can look at my items, or you can look at items that you wish to bid on, like the item boat race on Upper St. Regis. Just type in IDEM. Or type in hike, which would be the hike at the Adirondack League Club. So all of these opportunities are available to you. I will be highlighting some of them throughout the evening, and clearly we have some programming, some videos for you to enjoy. And in the meantime, I'd like to introduce you to Matthew Maluski, and he is the chair of the Board of Trustees, and I would like to introduce you to him right now, Matthew.
Welcome. I've been coming to Great Camp Sagamore for over 30 years. And in that time, I've met hundreds of people who've had incredible experiences at Great Camp Sagamore and have returned again and again. Experiences that touched them. Often people remember their first time when they wrote a song, met a lover. People who were touched by Sagamore in ways they can explain and often in ways they can't. People whose experiences transcend the many eras of Great Camp Sagamore. When it was a great family camp, a university resource, and more recently, as an educational nonprofit, bringing these experiences to the general public. But Great Camp Sagamore is also a series of wooden buildings built over 120 years ago in the middle of nowhere in a very inhospitable climate. It won't survive on its own. It won't survive without our help. So please help us bring Sagamore into the next era and introduce these experiences to the next generation. And with that, I'll leave you in the very capable hands of the inimitable, indefatigable Doug Stinson.
Thank you, Matthew. So once again, with housekeeping underway, I would like you to consider paying attention to your screens. I know some of you are involved in Zoom events or on YouTube or what other technology you've conquered this evening, and I hope you've conquered it successfully without too much terrible frustration. But nonetheless, we can carry forward. The first opportunity for you to enjoy a video relates to some of last year's support that existed and includes creating new tours and programs. Certainly music is at the core of Great Camp Sagamore, and the first opportunity I'd like to offer you right now is to review this wonderful video.
When you're in the doghouse with the mangy old pup, you'll have to start thinking about giving him up your wine. Women and song. Your wine. Women and song. Wine, Women, and Song is happening in September when the leaves are beautiful, the water is still warm, and please tell your friends to sign up with you and bring a bunch of pals up there to sing with us, learn a little about wine, let someone else do the cooking. We'll do the hiking and the paddling, and hope to see you there.
So to consider COVID preparedness this year and this past year when we weren't open, many changes are being made that include bathrooms in the camp itself, certainly in the Collins building, the main lodge, and also in Wigwam. We've had as many as 4 to 6 bathrooms reconfigured for safety considerations, and also to make the camp as profitable as it can be during these challenging times. Also, a tent this year will be placed in the tennis courts area for the entire season. That's a gala tent that you're looking at right now, and that was at one of our gala events that will happen in person once again, and probably include an internet-based performance from the auctioneer and others at the same time. So you have the opportunity to help support this. I want to introduce someone that is very near and dear to the camp, Ted Reilly, who knows the inner workings and, as they say, where all the bodies are buried on campus. And Ted knows the ins and outs of this campus more than anybody else does. His institutional knowledge is fantastic. And Ted, I know you're going to talk about bathroom fixtures and bathrooms and what's been done and what still needs to be done.
Yes, thank you, Doug. Thank you for joining us this evening. Through COVID, we had to look at how we can we've had to look at how we can reconfigure camp. As many of you know, we've had shared showers and bathrooms in the past at Sagamore. Going forward, for everybody's comfort and safety, we felt that just wasn't going to work. So we are converting a number of the historic bathrooms with bathtubs to combination tub and shower units. And I think it's going to be well received. We're doing as many as we can. We're not able to address all of them right now, but we're making that move to go forward.
And it provides an accommodation for our guests, and certainly a safe accommodation where shared bathrooms won't be the same part of the consideration of visiting camp. And, you know, various pods of people will be in certain areas. All of those variables have to be considered during this new age. So we're working hard towards meeting that goal. And Ted, I know that you've worked hard along with Vonnie and the rest of the staff to do so. And part of the dollars we need to raise here this evening will include finishing up some bathroom work that needs to be done. Yep. So thanks for bringing the shower head along with you, Ted.
Right.
All right, good, thank you. So very important. So now I just want to mention once again, we have wine opportunities here directly behind me. We have this wonderful opportunity for a raffle for a very large, sumptuous grouping of wines from the Adirondack Winery. And for a $100 donation, which you can click on, and Vonnie is independently watching over here. Vonnie Little is over here working, and we've been working together for months regarding this auction with staff and our committee. An opportunity for $100 only to win this wonderful basket of wine. Or you might prefer to bid on a bottle of vintage bourbon from Virginia, which happens to be in the auction as well. There are other offerings behind me that aren't going to be featured this evening, which might include the Genesee Cream Ale beer sign, a vintage item. Who doesn't like to quaff an ale here and there? So nice opportunity, folks. I'd like to mention some of the items that we have coming up that are still competitively being bid on until about 8 o'clock. And just for housekeeping purposes, until 8 o'clock or a little bit thereafter, we have what's called a soft close. A soft close means if you bid at $7.59 on the Racket Lake dinner cruise, then it will stay open for 2 more minutes. And if someone bids within those 2 minutes, it will stay open for 2 more minutes. So you have the opportunity to bid more often on those items. So it might be 8:10 or 8:15 if some crazy competitive bidding just happens to occur on any of these items. Presently, and I know number 109 is up to, I think, $310. And it's thanks to Dean and Donna Pohl, and certainly Rachel and Chef Jim, who does such a fabulous job on the lake. Its fair market value is $406, and it's at $310. We have about an hour left to go. Your opportunity to bid is now. This is a 6 to 9 p.m. cruise with shrimp cocktail and a fabulous meal as well, right on Racket Lake. And Captain Dean will tell you everything about the lake as you cruise around, I'm sure, if not at the daytime cruise, at the nighttime cruise. So please pay attention to that. We have number 115, which is, and now you can just click on that box in the upper left-hand side of your screen, and you can pull up this wonderful opportunity donated by Dr. Ken Murphy, our new trustee, and he donated these 2 bottles of wine. They're up to $280 with the bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon from 2015 and the Amalia Chardonnay, a year 2018. And it's a fair market value of $255. Third item that I'm going to highlight is number 117. You can even just plug in number 117 at the top of your screen in the box to the left and read all about this wonderful opportunity to hike the Adirondack League Club And this is a hike and a lunch for 6 people, donated by Vivian and Peter Falco. And I understand this will be, however you wish to design this, this is an opportunity for you to walk vigorously through the woods as you wish to do so with your group of 6 people. There were 17 bids earlier on, and the fair market value, which I think was tremendously undervalued at $400, is now at $701, Vonnie, still at $701, and that doesn't mean it shouldn't bring $1,500. And I'd like to see there be 25 bids. If there are 17 now, why don't we see 25 and see it bring 1,500? All of the proceeds will go towards making the camp open this year and making it safe for all of our guests along the way. So the next thing I'd like to mention to you is thank you very much. We've got some dedicated people behind the scenes who are helping me here. The power of Great Camp Sagamore certainly is the opportunity to help people relax, rejuvenate, reconnect with friends and family, connect to the great outdoors, and certainly you have that opportunity to continue that trend this evening, and I'd like you to all enjoy a video now.
Hi, I'm Andy Benelli, the Assistant Program Director at Great Camp Sagamore. Great Camp Sagamore was built in 1897 by William West Durant and sold to the Vanderbilt family in 1901. Today, it's everybody's great camp. We invite you to join one of our many programs, or you can craft your own overnight stay. There are many ways to relax, rejuvenate, to reconnect with family and friends. Or to enjoy some time by yourself out in nature. You can paddle a newly restored wood canvas canoe. You can tour our historic sites. You can hike our beautiful trails. And you can even bowl. Or you can just relax.
I'm sure that fully illustrated the craft your own stay opportunity. It just gives you more independence to craft your own stay and stay for, it's a minimum of 2 days, but you could stay for 2 days or a week or longer. And it gives you the opportunity, still within the confines of our educational mission, to enjoy Great Camp Sagamore and the great outdoors, relax and rejuvenate once again. Number 400 on the list of hits is given by a new trustee, James Sonneborn. James, thank you. This is the naming opportunity for a 1960 Old Town canoe, and it's a fantastic canoe. The names have to be appropriate and not inappropriate, but some that people have come up with already and suggested include Durant's Dream or the SS Durant, possibly. But what might be your consideration for a naming right for this in perpetuity naming of a canoe at Sagamore? Maybe you'd like to name it in memory of a friend or a family member that loved Sagamore that is no longer with us. What is your option? Presently, it's at $201. Is that correct, Vonnie? Roughly $201. And I think it's a priceless opportunity to memorialize a family member, or a friend, or a dedicated staff member, for that matter, who has been at Sagamore or has left Sagamore. Whatever you wish for, this is your opportunity. Number 136 is next. And number 136 is Sunset at Uncas. Now, if you haven't walked up from Sagamore to Uncas before, along that gravel road, or taken the ride up there, it's a magical place to visit Sunset at Uncas and possibly include lake trout if the season is right, and or if it's in late August. Enjoy for 2 to 6 people total, along with Barbara, Paul, Rich, and Leslie Torkelson. So Barbara Glazier, Paul Zakos, Rich, and Leslie. The opportunity for 2 to 6 additional people to enjoy drinks, including margaritas, which I understand Rich makes a pretty mean margarita, and then appetizers, and watch the sunset, which won't end until about 8:30 or 8:45 on a late August day. Is a great opportunity. Presently at 525, or 525, according to Vonnie, who is my left-hand person right here. And we'd like to see it bring 1,000 or more. To visit Uncas is a magical opportunity to see another private great camp. And certainly, Barbara, and thank you so much for all that you do and have done, and your openness and willingness to share your retreat with everybody along the way. So thank you so much. Next, we have number 140, which is the Great Camp Sagamore wine. This is specifically branded with the Great Camp Sagamore new logo that you're all aware of now. And it is a Blue Waters Pinot Noir and a 2017 Reserve Chardonnay. Great opportunity right there, folks, for you to bid. And it's presently, I think, at a whopping $70. So I don't know what you're waiting for. This is your opportunity to bid now. And as I mentioned, things will close either with a soft close if people continue to bid at 7:59 for 2 minutes, and then 2 more minutes, and then 2 more minutes. And I'll go till midnight if I have to, but I know that my camera people won't. So let's get this started right now and get the bids up. This is your opportunity right now. Fantastic. Thank you. So we have the Great Camp Sagamore wine, and forgive me while I look at my paperwork. And next, what do we have here? We have the Kistler Vineyards in Sonoma, Napa, California. This is a virtual tasting, once again donated by a very trustee. I'll say it that way. It has a fair market value of $1,500. This is a virtual tasting if you wish for it to be. And it also could be, if it's a virtual tasting, a case of mixed wine to your choosing to a degree, but some handpicked by the vintners will be shipped to you. Presently, it's at $1,210, or has it creeped up yet? It hasn't creeped up. Are my words getting through to you? That's what I'm asking right now. If they're not, this is your chance to click, click, click. I can't see you. I can't force you to bid, but I can ask you to bid forcefully. And this is your opportunity right now. This is also the possibility, if you're in California or you'd like a tasting in California, you could do this. This is a tasting for 6 people. Is that right, Vonnie? I'm putting her on the hot seat. But it's in person in California if you prefer. And thank you to Vivian and Peter for your generous donation of this. And I think it's for 6 because it's
4 to 6 couples.
4 to 6 couples. Well, okay. I'd prefer it just for 6, but that's another story. But for 4 to 6 couples, and that could be in California or in Utica for that matter, wherever you might be. Next, number 201. There are 11 watchers on this, and it's up to $740 presently. Now, an interesting fact is that the item boat race, which happens on Upper St. Regis, that you may or may not be aware of, and the Upper St. Regis Yacht Club, as it is known, has been in existence, and this race and these boats have been around that lake since 1897, which happens to be the same year that Sagamore was founded and built. So we've got some commonalities with Upper St. Regis, And this is a great opportunity. Thank you to Ann Van Ingen and Wes Haynes for their donation of this. This is a lunch for 4 to watch these 32-foot race, first-class race boats race the lake between August 19th and 31st. Please look at the dates that are online. It was presently last up to $740.
It's gone up to $925.
It's up to $925 now, and I'd like to see it bring $2,000 easily. Okay, this is a unique opportunity. If you've been to the Adirondack Experience Museum, right in the lobby is one of these boats. There are, I believe, 12 left on the lake, or maybe 11, and I think one is in dry dock somewhere else at this point in time. This is priceless. This is an opportunity to really capture the essence of the Adirondacks during those fleeting summers that exist. So please, if you would, if you're one of those 11 watchers or you're one of the bidders, continue to bid on this. If you're from the States or you're from elsewhere, this is your opportunity. Please bid on this now and carry the bids forward. Next I have number 135, which is this Hamilton County map. The original is from 1840. And it is housed in a rosewood frame, a rosewood veneered Brazilian frame with a gilt inner liner right here. And a wonderful opportunity to buy a map that could hang on your wall in your camp or possibly in your year-round residence as well. Wonderfully, wonderfully done, and wonderful presentation in a period frame, well suited for any finely appointed home. So, and that presently I think is up to $440 with a fair market value of $500. I'd like to see it carry forward and bring $750. We can hope for that. And we'll get to you shortly, Ken. All right. And nonetheless, next we have a video coming up that relates to education mission via programs and things you can do for Great Camp Sagamore. Is it on?
Hi,
Am I off?
I'm Andy Benelli, the Assistant Program Director at Great Camp Sagamore. Great Camp Sagamore was built in 1897 by William West Durant and sold to the Vanderbilt family in 1901. Today, it's everybody's Great Camp. We invite you to join one of our many programs, or you can craft your own overnight stay. There are many ways to relax, rejuvenate, to reconnect with family and friends. Or to enjoy some time by yourself out in nature. You can paddle a newly restored wood canvas canoe. You can tour our historic sites. You can hike our beautiful trails. And you can even bowl. Or you can just relax.
Great Camp Sagamore has an incredible lineup of programs this year. Fishing is a big part of that in these great watershed waters where trout are abundant. As part of the program list this year, there's 3 opportunities. One is Women's Fly Fishing Weekend. Another is Create Your Own Stay, where you can actually create where you want to fish how often you want to fish. And then finally, Cornell Cooperative Extension, in partnership with Trout Power and Great Camp Sagamore, has a weekend of fly fishing early in the season. Check them out. Fun fact about fishing for trout, particularly in streams. Temperature is key. Check your temperature, just like we've done the last year. If it's above 68 degrees, it's too warm to go fishing for trout. Fish other bodies of water. As we go about our busy lives, Sagamore and fishing, a great blend of peace and a time to be alone with your thoughts and just take back nature. It's not a matter of whether you catch a fish or not. You just have an opportunity to be with yourself and think about the important things. There's no cell phones, there's no TVs. It's just you, yourself, and nature. For me, it recreated my love of fishing in a different way with fly fishing, and I attribute that to my son Chris. We have been very blessed to fish up in the beautiful lake in the surrounding watershed, and it has rekindled that love of fly fishing that I left years ago.
So if you saw a video twice, that just means we wanted you to see it twice. We all want you to pay close attention, and you have opportunities to see other things that are happening as well. I know that we have we have a Dr. Ken Murphy coming up shortly. Dr. Ken Murphy is a new board member who's been very supportive of Sagamore, very keenly interested in the history of Racket Lake. Passionate about fishing, passionate about preservation. I think between Ken, his father, and family members, they've all pitched in on everything from work weekends to supporting in any way they possibly can. I certainly want to remind everyone online and watching this right now about the June program with women's fly fishing, which is going to happen as well. But I'd like to introduce Dr. Ken Murphy to the stage with me.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.
Really great, and thank you for everyone joining us here tonight. Sagamore means a lot of things to everybody individually. We've missed it in 2020, and now as we come back in 2021, what better place and opportunity to start there at Sagamore as we bring it back. It's coming back safer, as we've already heard, but we really need your support to continue all these great new programs that are going to supplement the old standards that we have there that are so well liked as well. As part of the trout fishing and fishing in general program list, as Doug just mentioned, we have the Women's Fly Fishing Program in June. We also have a unique program which starts off the season in its citizen science and conservation and climate. It's a cooperative program organized with Cornell Cooperative Extension, with Garrett Livermore and Dr. Keith Tidball, as well as Trout Power and Great Camp Sagamore. We've got some other good guides and other instrumental people. That'll be a great program. And also you have the opportunity to take your fishing rods and poles out to the great watershed and create your own stay. So give it a look, give it a shot, come back, and let's open 2021 at Sagamore, and please support these programs.
Thank you, Ken. With that in mind, and I'll let Ken do some more speaking because his proprietary knowledge of fly rods and reels is much greater than mine with hooks and bobbers. So I wish to make sure that you have the opportunity to look at two rods in particular. One which is donated by J.P. Ross & Co., entitled the Tribute Coherence Rod and Reel. And this is a great opportunity with presently, or a few moments ago, it was $1,000 fair market value, but I understand that maybe there's some other opportunities.
Yeah, this is an exciting live event, so we always have late-breaking things, and J.P. Ross, who's one of the premier leaders in custom rod building in the country, has just notified us and sent in, he said, that if we get up above 1,500, which we got to get there for this one, he's going to customize this with a Casey Underwood signed reel, Able reel. Able reels are the Cadillacs. So it's an 8-foot, 4-weight, great for stream fishing. It's fast action. It also is a tribute rod, and JP has done a lot of great work to make this happen with Sagamore red wraps. The reel seat is absolutely spectacular. And also, the lucky winner of this will have his name inscribed in it. So it's a beautiful piece. And again, a lot of cool things are happening with it right as we speak live, Doug. It's really exciting. JP's watching this closely, so stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. So it brings over 1,500. There's other customized features, and it could be your name on this, or if you plan to present it to somebody else. This is a great small stream, fast action lake fish rod, personalized with your name or someone else's name, with a Sagamore inspired design as well. And we'd like to see it bring over 1,500, and then there's a new reel that goes with it as well, Ken.
That's correct. It'll be an inscribed Casey Underwood Able wheel for the trout fishermen out know that this is a hot Cadillac reel. So
Okay.
And thank you, JP, for really supporting Sagamore and our Trout Power mission, which we're happy to be a part of with Sagamore.
Absolutely. So, and next we have another rod which you might care to showcase, which is donated by Vivian and Peter Falco. Thank you. This is an Orvis Recon 4-piece fly rod, a number 4 weight. It has a fair market value of $849. And most recently, if I'm not mistaken, it's at $555. Is that right, Vonnie?
The Orvis Recon is now up to 900.
It's up to 900. So we're gaining some ground. That's what we like to see. So Ken, if you would.
So this is Orvis. Orvis is the creme de la creme in fly fishing. This is a Recon rod. It's a great rod. It's 10 foot, 4 weight, really perfect for a lot of different needs, from lake fishing. If you're fishing out of a kayak or canoe, which is so popular now, you get a good reach with this. It's very flexible, has a great reel. The Hydros reel is one of their state-of-the-art reels. You can't go wrong with this. It's a very multi-dimensional rod and reel setup. I have it myself, and it's a steal for what we're talking at with this money at the moment. So both these rods are great pieces, and it's a great cause. Let's keep those support and going after these pieces.
Absolutely. Ken, thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So next, and don't forget the things you see around the screen here. Number 157 was a late edition. Ken, do you have any comments on this fly? If you wander behind me, and I'll go in front of you. Any offhand comments about the fly presentation?
So it's a real unique art piece here. These are, if you can get a close-up of it, unlike a lot of flies, these have double hooks, and it's really a piece of art right here. And when I step off, I'm going to see where the bids are, because it's just incredible. But it's designed for Atlantic salmon, big fish, etc. But the people that craft these, there's not a lot that do that, spend a lot of time, and they like to put them in these beautiful display cases. I've never seen one so spectacular as this. Doug, I don't know where you got it. We won't ask that question. But this is spectacular, and it really is a unique piece of art. It is designed for big Atlantic salmon, which last time I looked, we don't have them around Sagamore. But this is for any fishermen or persons that appreciate really outdoor art. This is incredible, and what a late great add-on to it.
Thank you. Yeah, it came out of a house in Peterborough, New Hampshire, and it just came in today because I brought it with me, and it's available. It's number 157, and
It's $145.
it's only $145, and it's hand-tied. It should bring 600. So thank you, Ken. Thank you. Nice to see you. All right, next we have a video that relates to historic preservation, and we'd like you to enjoy it.
My name is Ted Raley. I'm the caretaker here at Great Camp Sagamore. One of the projects that we've recently been focusing on is historic preservation of our original windows. Windows can be one of the more difficult things to maintain and preserve over time. They're always exposed to the elements. If you look at a number of our buildings, given the size and magnitude, there are hundreds of sashes in some of the buildings. This particular building behind me is the carpenter and boat shop. There are 38 windows, 38 sashes, 18 double hung windows, and they were all in poor shape.
Hi, I'm Richard Gore. I'm the assistant caretaker here at Great Camp Sagamore. I'm going to show you guys how we preserve and restore the historic windows here. This is one of the windows that needs to be restored. As you can see, the glass is coming out, glazing is chipping. And we will put this in a steam box and steam it, and the paint will soften and the glazing will soften, and we'll be able to scrape it out very easily with a knife. After we have removed all the glazing and the paint and everything, this is the end result. As you can see, it's all clean, ready to be primed. This window right here is to the point where we're ready to begin glazing. First thing we do is we sand down the inside of the muntins here, and then it's primed. Then I put a thin bead of glazing along the edge, press the glass in, and then I can put in the points. Then after that, it's glazed and then painted, and this is the end result, a fully restored window.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our supporters, our members and guests, who make all these preservation efforts possible at Great Camp Sagamore.
All right, well, next we have number 211, the hedges on Blue Mountain Lake. A great opportunity for you all during the 2021-2022 season for a 2-night stay for two. I've had the good fortune to stay there when the Hedges was under the ownership of Pat, and now under the certainly very capable hands of the new owners and the new group of owners which have adopted this place as their own. What a wonderful new beginning that has flourished so successfully. And I know that it is quite challenging, if I'm not mistaken, to even get reservations at the Hedges or virtually anywhere in the Adirondacks this summer. So whether you're going to the Hedges or you're calling up for reservations for Craft Your Own Stay at Great Camp Sagamore, this is an opportunity. This is a 2-night stay for two. We're all going to share the wealth between Blue Mountain Lake and Old Forge, certainly, and this is the opportunity to do so. It's a 2-night stay for two, a fair market value of $700, and at the present moment we are...
It's $730, but I also want to let you know, Doug, that you can take this through the 2022 season.
Through the 2022 season, it's at $720. $730 right now. So thank you to the Hedges. Certainly when you're full, you can always send any overflow our way, and we'll create a craft to stay for anybody, and we'll make it work, thankfully, and certainly support the Hedges as you support other local institutions. Next, what do we have? We have, forgive me, I'm running into, okay. If you've seen all of the things behind me, I hope you have. If you haven't, you've got the Adirondack guide boat. You've got the Genesee beer sign right here, which would be perfect in any man cave or she cave that you might have along the way. A pair of andirons. We have the Trip for Tuscany Vacation for Four. This is a choice of one of 13 properties on the southern edge of Tuscany. Rugged natural landscapes, sandy beaches, olive groves, and vineyards with no expiration date. 7 nights lodging for 4 people. Within the GiveSmart platform that we are utilizing, you need to you can click right on all of those images. I encourage you to do that right now. Click on an image and you can expand the image. Those are sample properties of one of the 13 properties that you can take advantage of when you go. And there is no expiration date for this, so you can really have some opportunity here. The fair market value is $4,550, and I don't know where we are right now, Vonnie.
$3,295.
$3,295 presently, but room to grow, more opportunity to carry forward if you wish. As I mentioned, the soft close gives you that opportunity to bid within the last 2 minutes before 8 o'clock or right up to almost 8 o'clock, and then it will stay on for 2 more minutes thereafter, and then thereafter, if you bid within 2 minutes against your friends and family to support Great Camp Sagamore. Most important, above and beyond the tangible or experiential opportunities we have here, is the Raise the Paddle opportunity, which under a tent is so very exciting for me. And it's so much fun to see people just sitting at the tables and just raising their paddles with reckless abandon. I can't have that opportunity here. I feel robbed of it, quite frankly. I can't wait until we're under the tent once again and we can do this together and probably virtually as well. So we have both the best of both worlds, and we can increase the numbers of people that can come and join us at these events. We have a number of things that are part of our budget this year that need to be funded. One of them is for safety protocols and spacing and distancing considerations, a tent that will fit the entire tennis courts, like you saw earlier when Ted was up here and we talked about the tent rental. That tent rental will be for programming and will also be for meals. We can't have everyone elbow to elbow in such a communal setting in the dining room this year. So we have to spread things out. We are renting a tent because it's the most practical consideration rather than owning that obligation for the future. And the rental of a tent for a season is $16,000. We desperately need 4 new laptops. Sounds insignificant, but drive 4 miles down a dirt road without a laptop and try to conduct business successfully when you have reservations and spreadsheets and all the variables of a modern day business that needs to be run without the proper technology. We desperately need laptops. We need 4 of them. We need more of the bathroom renovations of which Ted expressed earlier to create a safe campus in Collins, Main Lodge, Wigwam, and partial stages are already done. At the present moment, we are up to about $106,000.
We are over $107,000.
We are over $107,000 thus far, but we need to get much closer to our goal. The 3 items that I've just mentioned equal about $35,000. And I'd like to see hands in the air right now. I can't call out your numbers walking across the room and moving across the room right now, but I can certainly expect that you know where those black buttons are that start with the $2,500 level. If I have 5 people at $2,500 right now, that would be a great opportunity towards filling the gap that we need to fill to successfully fund this season that we have upon us right now. So we need 5 or so right now at $2,500. I'd like to see your hands in the air, and even though I can't, Vonnie can watch, and she's refreshing her screen, and I'll wait for a moment to see if she can carry forward and give me some good news about people clicking on those buttons right now. So if you would, click on the button at $2,500. $2,500 right now. Dead silence. $2,500 right now. All right, we need your bids right now. All right, and if I don't see them at $2,500 and Vonnie's kind of shaking her head in the no department, I'd like to see more at the $1,000 right now. We've had so many generous supporters this evening and throughout the entire campaign for this benefit auction and gala. How many can we see at $1,000 right now? Could we see 10 at $1,000 right now and help bridge the gap that we need to bridge right now? We're at roughly $106,000, and that includes all auction items that are still available for you to bid on right now. That includes that and donors before the event itself. So you see those little red doors that show a donor at a various level, a patron level, a sponsor level. Those are included in this and factored in. How many at $1,000 right now? Could I see 5 at $1,000?
Doug, we are up to $117,000.
We're up to 107. Can I hear people clap in the room right now? 117,000. So my word is being heard. I guess that's the case. So we have the $1,000 level. I wish to be fully inclusive of all people that can give at all levels, and I'd like to suggest the $500 level now. For those of you that can't reach as deep as 1,000, how about 500 right now? We'd like to carry forward. We're getting so close to our goal right now. Each year we have surpassed our past year's goals, and we're getting there right now as well. At the $500 level, can I see 5 at 500, another $2,500 right now? $500 times 5 is $2,500. 500 times 5, $2,500. I wish I could run an auction right now. All right, can we have 5? Can we have 5? I don't mind an uncomfortable moment.
We are up to $119,000.
We're up to $119,000. Let's go to the 250 level. At the 250 level. All right, we have more bidders available. Anybody that would like to join us? All right, I have someone, is that you raising your hand in the room? I have a board member in the room raising their hand at 250. All right, so we'll add that to the tally if you can do that. Yes. Easily enough. Yes.
$119,350.
$119,350.39. That's where we are right now. All right.
We're over 120.
We're over 120,000. All right. And we'd like to see at the $100 level.
We are at 125,380.
We're at 125,380 now. This is exciting. This is exciting. We're getting there. The tent is halfway up. All right? We're almost there. We got one more center post to push up right now. Get the elephants out. $100 now. At $100 right now, folks. How many do we have? Let's see some more. We can do this. We can do this right now with all of your support. What's $100? Stop going to Starbucks, all right? Just for a while, all right? $100 right now, $100 right now. All right, and Vonnie, do we have any updates?
$125,890.
$125,890, fantastic. And the last level is $50. And I'm not closing out yet. I'm looking at my watch. We have about 5 minutes left. And like I said, this is a soft close, so I'll continue to talk about items. At the $50 level, the youngest of the supporters, how about grandcamps or grandparents who'd like to give $50 in honor of their grandchildren that came in the past years and have had such wonderful experiences with their grandchildren, or if the grandchildren are now grown, with their grandparents. How about at that $50 level if you're just starting out in the world of business? $50 where? Can we carry forward? I'd like to see 200 people at $50. I don't think we have 200 people online right now, but that would be unrealistic. But any more bids at $50, and we'll carry forward.
We are over $127,200.
$127,200 is where we are right now. Fantastic, folks. I'm so delighted. I'll give that a break for a second, but we do need to make this campus safe, and that's the biggest factor that we're working on. And at the same time, and I've heard about the laptops and technology challenges, and you know, the last thing we want is wireless all over that campus, to say the least. But if we're going to do this live and virtually next year under the tent, we'll probably need a little bit of an upgrade on technology, right, Vonnie?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
We need some new computers for camp.
New computers for camp are first and foremost to make things work. I know we have this fabulous guide boat, which I'll just bring up right here. Custom-made guide boat that I'll bring up for your enjoyment and review. And a fabulous, fabulous miniature model. A lot easier to maintain than a large one in your boathouse, I'll say that much. But a fantastic copy of a Rushton canoe made of mahogany and plank cedar, and I'm sure that's doing reasonably well. But nice to take that out for a ride. I hope you like the photographs we had online. That certainly looked like it was in a river. So that was my doing. But nonetheless, and we've got the flies over here. We've got a pair of very interesting andirons right here. We've got from Dartbrook Rustics. We've got this fabulous bench, which is still available. We've got the wine, which is a $100 opportunity. If you don't want to just give away $100, give away it with a raffle opportunity right here at $100. And that would be an opportunity right now. Yes.
It looks like we are close to that $150,000 with the bids that are coming in on the items. We are at $147,500.
We're at $147,500. We're at $147,500. $147,500 right now, and we still have bids coming in, and time is not over with yet, folks. We've got the map. We've got the black ash pack basket right here, which is a fabulous basket. We've got some Adirondack chairs that came from Jack Greco down in Inlet. Adirondack Jack, as they call him. Jack Greco's a good friend who has donated 2 nice chairs. But this black ash pack basket was made up in South Colton, and it's beautifully made with this quite unusual feature right here on the front piece, and made last year by a local guy who makes them only with a hammer and a knife. And that's how he makes the entire thing. So that's up for grabs too. And these are the items I'm highlighting. So one more call on the Genesee beer. We're almost at 150. Can we do it? 150 is and was our goal to carry forward with $150,000 for tonight's gala that has been going on tirelessly every Tuesday at 6 p.m. when we have our board meeting and calls with staff and members of the committee. And we're still going to have one next week too. But nonetheless, we're at 147, or where are we?
We are at close to $148,500.
$148,500. $148,500 where? Let's see, 149. $148,500. Look, 149 is next. 149 then. Let's see, 149. Can we raise another $500 now? I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. We'd like to get to 150. We're getting close on time. Can we see it at 150 then? 150. We're at 148.5, looking 149. 149.
We are at 149. 750, 850. No, that's almost there.
149,950. We need another $50 bill, and we're going to close out for the evening, but not so, we're going to soft close everything else. And needless to say, when it's over, it's not even over. You can pick up the phone and call Emily. You can pick up the phone and call staff. We will accept your money. This is Sagamore. Sagamore, all right? And we're at 149.
We are at 150. 740.
157.40. 157.40. Woo-hoo! Wowee! We've made our goal, and then there's still more to come. We've had a wonderful evening. Don't sign off yet. There's time to celebrate. I wish I didn't have to drive back to Boston from Saratoga Springs tonight, but we'll see what happens with that if I get there or not. And so it's not over yet. How are we doing on that fly rod? The one with the potential for a custom reel, if I may.
Look at that.
Put you on the spot.
It's $1,225.
So $1,225. We need to be up to $1,500 to get the custom reel. So we're still carrying forward under the premise that the custom reel will not be part of it yet. But if the soft close could happen, we're about 3 minutes out to the closing of this auction unless bidders continue to bid within the last, if you bid within 30 seconds of 8 o'clock, it will stay open for 2 more minutes. It's referred to as a soft close in the industry. So you can bid again, and you can bid on any of these items that have been highlighted or not. I want you to know that these supporters, and we have had many of them, are business owners in the Adirondacks as well as beyond. And to support J.P. Ross and what he does in his business in supporting Sagamore and supporting others that have been so good to Sagamore along the way, we have always taken an Adirondack approach to supporting businesses. As a matter of fact, last year we made sure that we raised money to buy gift certificates from local businesses that we thought would be adversely impacted by COVID, and then we sold them at our auction. So the trustees underwrote the purchase of them so we could then raise money for local businesses. And you couldn't believe how shocked some people were when they came in and said, we want to buy gift certificates from you for this. And yes?
It looks like we do have a couple that we're having a little bidding war on.
A bidding war.
124, the Santanoni.
124, the Santanoni trip, which is wonderful.
And the second one is the Sunset at Uncas.
The Sunset at Uncas. And what is that at? 136, if I may ask.
$800.
$800 presently.
And we have a third one.
Third.
The Adirondack experience behind the scene is at $1,755.
1755. I've never been behind the scenes, but it's a great opportunity to see so many boats and so many pieces that just don't hit the floor unless there's a special exhibition. So a great opportunity at 1755. We won't close these out. We'll let them continue to run. There are incremental bids on all of these items, so it's an incremental up bid. But don't be afraid. You can put a high bid and then be done for the evening. Just put $2,500 in if it's at $1,750. You won't get it for $2,500. It'll be the next increment up, so you won't have any problem with that. So you've got 3 bidding wars still going on, which is terrific.
We do, and we have raised almost $152,000.
$152,000 thus far. How wonderful. A dedicated crew has done this all this evening and for the last number of months, which is terrific. And we're really making progress.
We just got another one come in, item number 108, and that is the Dartbrook Rustic bench right
The
over
Dartbrook Rustic Bench has just got another bid, so
there. $725.
$725, very much in the old hickory tradition, the Dartbrook Rustic Bench with the wonderful woven herringbone seat. Quite nice, to say the least. And we're carrying forward.
100, pretty close to 152,000.
150. Do we have anything without a bid on it?
There might be one item. You put me on the spot.
It's
with
probably mine. It was probably my gift.
Yes, I am not sure. I'd have to look real close on that one.
Now, when you come up to Sagamore this summer, come and see the tent. But more importantly, if you'd like to see the bathrooms that you help raise money for, or if there's something else, we will do it. And just
Number 126.
Yes.
It is the Inspirational Dream Tote. This is a really great item that was donated by Wanda Birch, and it has CDs in there. It has books, a book that Wanda wrote.
Number
And
126.
Wanda is one of our trustees, so it'd be nice if we could get a bid on that one. That would
Yep,
be great.
on 126 will be terrific, and Wanda is a terrific person. I know that shortly, even though the bidding will continue, and we'll manage those bids as they continue for things like the behind-the-scenes tour at the Experience Museum, and you can certainly watch for me at that event that's coming up. I think it's on the 29th of July, if I'm not mistaken, Sarah. If you're watching, Sarah, I'll be there, or be square, as will the camera crew and audio crew that's been so helpful to us here today. So, we are going to bring everyone on camera to say thank you and goodbye in just a moment. I need to put my mask on before I can do that. Yes?
We are over $155,000.
We're over $155,000. So I'm going to be more muffled than I was previously in just a moment, and my audio man doesn't like that, but that's too bad. I can't do anything about it. If anyone would like to join me that's helped out with this and has their masks on and would like to join us, once again, the event will stay live with anything that people are still competing on. So don't feel like you're going to lose out just because we might say goodbye this evening. But from all of us, I can sincerely say it's a labor of love. We all love Sagamore. We all care deeply about its well-being and the well-being it creates for those that come. So we want you all to join us this summer and make the ride up that dusty road and get your car all dirty, okay? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's the trip that's worth it, and come and see us. And we're so delighted. So we'd like to say thank you, and we'd like to say good night, and keep bidding as you might, and we will update you on the final tally when the dust settles here in Saratoga Springs. So thank you, and good night from Great Camp Sagamore.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all you did.
We all need a place every once in a while where we can get away to a favorite spot or a state of mind. I found a place today. sort out our thoughts, to listen and to learn. I found some time today. Sagamore, a bit of history. Sagamore, now it's part of me. Home in the woods, a place on the shore, going back to Sagamore. We all need some friends to share the good times and that, who help us on our way. A shoulder to cry on, a pat on the back. I found some friends today. Sagamore, a bit of